There's something interesting that I'm picking up on in your message here, and that is that, and this is different. I think back to when I first was in leadership positions, and I was really, it's funny if you look at a bookstore, there's literally 1,000 books on leadership. It's like
Oh, yeah.
there's confusion about what it is, and there's sort of an ease and a sense of that leadership is something that's accessible to everyone, and that everyone should consider how they can become a leader, how they can be a leader. I think the accessibility part is really what shows up that's different from other conversations I've had with people about leadership. Where does that come from, Chris?
It comes from being firstly passionate about leadership, something that I've been obsessed with for a long period of time. From the sports world, growing up, Kobe Bryant was an idol of mine, still is. And we could dive into Kobe and his mindset. The Mamba mentality is something that I still work towards. It's about those 1%, getting better, striving to be better than you were yesterday. To your point, leadership has been overcomplicated in a lot of ways with all these different leadership styles.
Yeah.
When we just need to focus on people. Leadership is about leading. That's it. We have overcomplicated it. Keep it simple. Simplicity always will win. And I think that's what we need to get back to. In a world of complexity, keep it simple.
You mentioned your grandmother, which is also, that's another thing that resonates with me. I was the first of grandchildren, and right or wrong, I would walk into a room, and my grandma would be like, "Oh, there's my favorite grandson." And that's why I had 5 little brothers, right?
Yeah.
A lot of what she did was really inspiring
Yeah.
to me. But in Chris's world, who had this tremendous impact on you as a leader, and how do they influence you in your approach now?
I have to say my grandmother, similar to what you experienced, Ryan, she was just so selfless. I was the first grandson as well, and I was treated like a king. I was given everything that I wanted, and I just saw her a woman who was so devoted to her family and put herself before everyone else, put her family and everything. And it was just, that for me has always really resonated with me. And I think leadership is metaphorically the same way. It's about helping others to become better. And I really think that's what it's been about for me. And that's always translated. And I've been fortunate to have good leaders as I've moved through my own career, my professional experiences. And I've taken little bits of what they've done really, really well and molded it into my own. Because at the end of the day, you can't try and imitate someone else. We live in a world where there's a very copycat society. We have so many different influences and role models. But at the end of the day, there's only one Ryan Watts. There's only one Chris March. So lean into your unique value proposition and blend it with different people that you're fortunate to cross paths with, or someone you aspire that you may have never met, like Kobe Bryant for me.
Something that struck me about hearing you say that, it's sort of a message I've heard before. What's suggested by culture is, you need to be more like this person or more like this. And really what the paradox is, the world needs more Chris March. The world needs more of the individual, their unique contributions.
100%. And I think that's one of the things, I'm sure you may have experienced this in your own career, Ryan, is that we put a veil on sometimes when it comes to work. Monday to Friday, we try to be someone else. And then once the weekend hits, we're like, all right, it's time to be Chris March now. When the biggest gains are made, when you can be vulnerable, be yourself, be open and not trying to put on an act during work. And I think people can see that in a lot of different ways. And you can get into that act of trying to be someone else that you're not. But the best success that you will have as a leader and as an individual contributor in any organization or any work is to truly be yourself and serve yourself first. And you don't need to be a leader to be that. It's just about alignment with yourself.